This is Master Rana of Prana Martial Arts. In this video we will explore techniques with the Roundhouse kick. From your fighting stance, you're going to throw a Roundhouse kick. The most important thing is that your base foot pivots. It needs to spin on the ball of the foot, heel coming towards your target, toes pointing away from your target. Watch here. I'll bring up my rear knee. I pivot on the base foot. The more that I pivot, the more my hips can easily stack. The more balanced I am, the more force I have. I extend the foot out. I am horizontal. There are multiple ways to strike with, multiple target points. We'll explore those soon. First we'll start with the pivot. Watch the base foot. My toes start towards the target. I will spin all the way 180. Bam! Around. Toes point the opposite direction. From this direction. My toes will spin 180. Bam! And around. Again. Bam! And around. Now, the pivot is important for multiple reasons. First of all, it protects your knee. If I'm here striking and I try to throw a roundhouse kick without pivoting, all that force is going into my kneecap. It's a great way to wreck your knee and reverse your kneecap. Not to mention, I can only kick to this distance. I can't go beyond my target. You have no force. You want your power zone to be right in the center of your target. By pivoting, I can strike through the target, or I can, bam, pull back down. It protects your knee, it stacks your hips, it creates that hip motion from whence all power comes. In all of our strikes, it's always in the hips where the power comes from. Now, striking areas. Striking areas for this kick are the top of the foot, the instep. They are the shin. This is more the Muay Thai style kick. They are the ball of the foot, pulling the toes back, striking with the ball of the foot. First, we'll explore the traditional Taekwondo method of the top of the foot. Now, this is very effective if you have sparring gear on, or if you have shoes on. If you're barefooted, you probably don't want to hit a target with the top of your foot. There are many little bones in your foot that can break in the instep. With pads on, or with shoes on, you may strike this way. Point the knee towards the target. My hips are stacked. Bam, with the top of the foot. I bring it back down. Extend. One of the benefits of this is you have an extra little couple inches of reach by pointing the foot. Again, top of the foot, bam, instep. Right here, instep. Now the more you pivot, the higher you can kick. The more you lean back, the higher you can kick. First thing most people encounter is that when they start pivoting, they feel like they're going to fall, they're losing their balance. This is just because it has not been incorporated yet. As you develop it, the more you lean back, the more you pivot, the more power and balance you will actually have. Like so. I kick low. I don't need to lean back so much. I don't even need to pivot all that much. But the more high I want to kick, the more I need to lean back, the more I need to pivot. So you get a high kick, you need to lean back immensely. Pivot very strong on the ball of the foot. Understood? Next, there's the board breaking technique of using the ball of the foot. You must pull your toes back so you don't break your toes. Using a very hard ball of the foot. It's very pointed. Great for board breaking, great for knockouts. You're here. Same technique, but I pull the toes back. I strike with the ball of the foot. Right here. Pull the toes, bam, ball of the foot. Ball of the foot. Ball of the foot. Lastly is the Muay Thai style kick. The Muay Thai style does not necessarily bring it up to point the same way. Some versions of the Muay Thai style, they're all going to use the shin. Okay, very powerful, very hard, very easy to knock someone out with. One style is pick the knee up flat. Here, when you pivot, you're going to pop it over, bring it back down. The key is in the shin and the hips popping. Right here. Pop with the shin. Pop with the shin. Okay? One philosophy behind this that I've heard is that you imagine your foot, your leg are like nunchucks. Nunchuck, nunchuck, the chain or rope that keeps it in. You should be very loose. That way your leg can snap when it comes around. A common move is to step outwards with that front leg, initiating the pivot before you kick. That way you step, bam, come around very quickly. This is effective low to the leg. The ankle is a sweep. To the knee to break the knee. To the leg to deaden the leg. To the ribs to break ribs to knock the wind out. To the face to knock out. Quick demonstration. Low. bam, low roundhouse, bam, low cut kick, little higher, bam, roundhouse the body. You can also come up 45 degrees like a cut kick in kickboxing, bam, right underneath the elbow, into the ribs, pop, little higher to the face, lean back, bam, knockout to the face. Roundhouse kicks, cut kicks in the bag, Muay Thai style. Striking with the shin. You want to step out before you kick. Begin your pivot. Step into it. You can go low, all the way down to the ankle, up to the knee, break the knee, up to the quadricep to numb the leg, up to the ribs to break the ribs. Step into it, turn, pop your hips as you come around with the shin. Keep the leg loose until you strike. Keep the leg loose like nunchucks. Strike. From another perspective. Step into the kick, keep your hands up. Snap into it. This has been a video on the basic forms of the roundhouse kick. For more videos by Master Rana, visit facebook.com/Prana Martial Arts or youtube.com/Prana Martial Arts.